Hello everyone, myself Preeti. Today I discuss about my assignment 2. So in question first, some crystals were given to us and we have to identify the point group. As these are the images which I shown, these are the images which given which these are the images of crystals which are given by sir to us. So from the images I conclude that one of the angle is non-90 degree and two angle is 90 degree and having lattice parameters, that is a b c, are not equal. So from here I conclude that this crystal system is monoclinic in nature. And the point there, so as the system is monoclinic in nature, so there is a possibility of point group is 2 by m or m. After that, three data folders were given to us as data 1, data 2 and data 3n. Using the software OLX2 1.5, we have to find the structure solution of that crystals. So firstly we have to do firstly OLX2 1.5 software was used to determine the crystal structure solution. To solve and refine the crystal structure we only need two files, that is HKL and INUS file. For a structure solution we have to open the software and go to the file option, and where we have to open a INUS file, then go to a work option, then we have to click the option, then we have to click the option on solve, and shell x file should be upload on there. Then a number of brown balls appeared on the screen which represent the electron density of atoms. By using a direct method which is used to get the initial electron density and solve the structure. In this we have to guess what would be the different atom and we assign according to that. After assigning all the atoms, then we have to refine the structures using a program Shell Excel. Shell Excel is a program which is used to refine the crystal structure. These are the least square cycles which minimize the f ops minus f calc value, and then again we refine it. After that, then we have to add ellipsoid. When we add ellipsoids, then in the OTAP diagrams a ellipsoid is shown. The structure become anisotropics. After that, after addition of ellipsoid, then an hydrogen, then a number of peaks is added. After that, a number of refinements is occur. After a refinement, there are certain parameters which we look. We have to look for R factor. R factor should be less than 10%, but if it is less than 5%, then our crystal solution is most probably accurate. If and then we have to calculate a max peak value. Max peak value is the represent the unaccounted data, as a model show that there is a no bonding between the atoms, but in actual practice there is a bonding between the atoms. Minimum peak represent the over accounted peak, and goof represent the goodness of fitness parameter, and hoof is the flat parameter. In order to generate a report, a acta option will selected, then we have to refine and report is generated. Then using a software Vesta, from which were used to generate a crystal packing determination and powder XRD pattern. So here is the data 1, which is HCT. Here a R factor is 4.17, and then there is certain values. After that, using the OLX 2.1.1.5 software, then we conclude that it it is monoclinic in nature, and having point group is P to 1. Here having a lattice parameter A, B, C, and alpha and gamma is of 90 degree, and beta is of which is not equal to 90 degree, and the radiation molybdenum K alpha source is used, and having 2 theta range for data collection is 6.5 degree to 57 degree. These are the further reports which we generated using the software OLX2. These are the report for fractional coordinates. Another one, the report for the HCT bond lengths. Then we have to also known about the bond angle for HCT. Then we also find the torsional angle for HCT and hydrogen atom coordinates and the isotopic displacement parameter for HCT. In the same way, data 2, that is RMAL, is also refined, and we get the R value is 3.49. 3.49, having empirical formula is C11H9N2O5F3 sulfur. In the structure diagram, we also find that white one represent the hydrogen atom and red one represent the oxygen atom. Then there is a existence of H bonding also take place, and having a, in this also it is also a monoclinic system, and having space group is P21C, having a space group P21C. After that, then in the same way, we have to refine the structure, and then we have to generate a report. Then we, in the report, we get a fractional atomic coordinates and equivalent at isotropic displacement parameters, and isotropic displacement parameters, which is come when we add a ellipsoids. Then we also get a bond length for RMAL. We also get the bond angles and torsional angles for RAM. Then a data third is refined using in the same way, using a OLX to 1.5, using here a ROPA, and having a refining parameter is 3.65. After all the refinement, the crystal system is comes to be monoclinic in nature, having ABC and alpha beta gamma is 8, and having alpha and gamma is 90 degree, and beta is not equal to 90 degree, which is monoclinic system, and having point group is P21C. Then a source of radiation is molybdenum K alpha, having wavelength is 0.71073 angstrom is used. In the same way, a refinement is done as here is a G goof. Goof is the goodness of fit. Sorry. Then then a report is generated using a OLX software, from which we get a fractional coordinates. We also get the anisotropic displacement parameters when we added the ellipsoids. Then bond length of the ROPA system, and the bond angles and the torsional angles of that system. After then, when a refinement is done, then a report is generated. Then we have to using a software Vesta, we have to find a crystal packing diagram for HCT. So here is the crystal packing diagram for for a data 1 RMAL, and here is the crystal packing diagram for a ROPA, which is used via Vesta. And here is a here is the also a crystal packing diagram for the ROPA. So using a Vesta, we also generate a powder XRD pattern. So using Vesta, there is an option of utility. In when we go to the utility, then there is a powder diffraction pattern. Using the powder diffraction pattern, we also get this value, and we also get this powder XRD. So with using Vesta, we also get the powder XRD for data 1, data 2, and data